We're going to explore the relationship between the insanity defence and mental health. This is a photo of Daniel McNaughton. Daniel, his name underpins the very presence of forensic mental health as it exists today. Daniel actually was suffering from what we would now describe as paranoid schizophrenia. He had in his mind, and there's a quote from him in a second, that he was actually feeling that he was being persecuted by the government of the day, and his plan was to kill the Prime Minister. Unfortunately, the Prime Minister wasn't killed, but it was actually his secretary, Edward Drummond. What occurred with actually Daniel McNaughton was that Daniel was the test case before the courts and before the House of Lords in England with regards to the mental health defence. And in our system here and across the majority of the Western world, McNaughton's laws still underpin the decision making with regards to whether a person should or should not be given the opportunity to have a defence of unsoundness of mind. Basically, it was determined that actually it was right that a person should receive medical treatment. It was right that a person should actually be able to actually have evidence from medical professionals, and it was right that if the person was robbed of a capacity to know right from wrong, that they should be given the opportunity to have a defence. Daniel, in 1843, indicated that, this is a statement from him, "The Tories have compelled me to do this. They follow me and persecute me wherever I go, and entirely destroy my peace of mind. They do everything in their power to harass and persecute me. In fact, they wish to murder me. Is it right and is it reasonable for a person to be offered this defence?" That in our system, and I'll explore that as we go forward, that a person does not go before their peers. They go before a judge and they're not required to give evidence. And through that process, if the person is given a defence, they are actually placed on what's called a forensic order. I would argue that, like you or any other person in the general public, if you are actually unwell, you have the right to treatment. You have the right to treatment, you have the right to treatment and care. And in the end, if you actually receive that treatment and care, then you have the right to return to the community. This is a statement that was in the actual newspaper of the day. "Ye people of England, exult and be glad, for ye are now at the will of the merciless mad. Why say ye that but three authorities reign, Crown, Commons and Lords? You admit the insane. They're a privileged class whom no statute controls, and their murderous charter exists in their souls. Do they wish to spill blood? They have only to play a few pranks, get us armed a month and a day. They hay to escape from mad doctors' keys and to pistol or stab whoever they please." Now, I'm very conscious that because a person is never found guilty of their offence, in the sense that actually, yes, they are guilty, you cannot be, and I'll speak about this, you have to actually have committed the offence other than exceptional circumstances to actually be offered this defence of unsoundness of mind. The reality is, it is actually always a vexed question for the victims of any crime. Why has this person escaped actually prosecution? I haven't got the answer to that. I only know that in my 25 years of practice in forensic mental health, I have attempted to ensure wherever possible that actually the risks to the community are minimised. The Criminal Code. A person is not criminally responsible for any act or admission if at the time of doing the act or making the admission the person is in such a state of mental disease or natural mental infirmity as to deprive the person of the capacity. Now, these three capacities are tied back to McNaughton. There is no question that there needs to be further research to look at the health outcomes and the level of recidivism and the need for rational discussion.